Istanbul isn't clean, it isn't quiet, and it definitely doesn't wait for anyone. But that's exactly why we came back. There's a pulse here, messy, chaotic, loud, but it's real. The cracked pavements, the shouting street vendors, the constant blur of life at full speed. It's all a part of the charm. You don't just visit Istanbul, you feel it in your feet, in your lungs, in your bones. We've seen a lot of cities, but none grab you by the collar like this one. This is our first day back, and we're not here for the perfect postcard version. We're here for the grit, the beauty, and the madness. This is Istanbul. Welcome everybody to Istanbul, a city split by continents, layered by empires, and alive in every single back street. Today we are diving into the real local side of this historically beautiful, wondrous place. Join us on a journey across Istanbul. We're on our way right now towards Fener, and we're going to dive into the neighborhood of Balat, and we're going to spend the day eating our way and exploring our way through probably one of our most favorite places in the world. Welcome everybody to the beginning of Turkey series, and we couldn't be starting the day off on a better place. This is the Bosphorus River, and let's go and explore Istanbul today.
It's only a quick 2-minute ride on the ferry over to the other side of the Bosphorus, and they actually did some improvements as well. You don't actually need the Istanbul city card anymore. You can also just tap your kind of credit card, MasterCard, it said there, and then you can easily go across. Oh, yes.
Right everybody, it's our very first day exploring the streets here of Istanbul, so we figured there's no better way to start the day off than with a proper breakfast. Teşekkürler. So we came here to Forno Balat, and it's kind of advertised, believe it or not, as like an Italian place, but I think that they sell a lot of traditional Turkish style stuff like lahmacun and pide and maybe menemen and stuff like that. So that's exactly the type of stuff that we're here looking for. And Balat and Fener seems, we've never been here before, but it seems to be like a real raw sort of local side of Istanbul, and that's exactly why we came here today on the boat bright and early, because we're filled with energy and excitement to dive into these streets here, and I am hungry too. And koymak. And do you have simit?
Simit?
No.
No? Okay. I will take one Turk kahvesi.
Kahvesi.
One chai.
And a chai.
Chai.
Okay, for now it's okay, yes.
Teşekkürler.
It's like the size of my head.
My chai is finally not the temperature of the surface of the sun anymore, and I can drink it. I've been waiting for this moment for over 3 years. It's still hot though. I hope I'm not gonna burn myself. A little bit scared. It's so good. Nice and strong, nice and sweet, just beautiful. It just wakes you right up.
Oh, yeah.
So tasty. I've been waiting for this moment very long.
First chai in over 3 years, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, it's very hot. One of the things that we've missed the most. Spent 3.5 years exploring Asia, and for me, I'm not really a tea drinker, but I am a tea drinker when it comes to Turkish chai. I don't know why that is, but I can't keep away from the stuff. But I also decided to get a Turkish kahvesi, so Turkish coffee. The strongest coffee that you can get this side of the equator, I think. So let's give it a sip. Smells unbelievable. Oh my, yeah, that immediately just goes into my veins, and it's like soaked up You have to be careful with Turkish coffee, by the way, because there's loads of powder down at the bottom.
Oh, that's nice.
It's a proper Turkish coffee, yeah. Yeah, there's powder that accumulates down below at the bottom. But in terms of taste, if you're someone that likes really strong coffee, Turkish coffee is unbeatable, quite literally.
And interestingly enough as well, it's really strong, but it's not bitter. You know, the way, like, for example, when you go to Vietnam, you get really, really strong coffee, but a lot of times it will taste kind of like jet fuel, like bitter.
Yeah.
The Turkavisi is not bitter, never bitter. I don't know. I never had a bitter one.
It just tastes like a really good, like a very high quality espresso. Much stronger version of an Italian espresso is the best way to describe it. It just, and it almost has like an earthy type of a dirty type of a taste. If you're a coffee lover and you haven't tried Turkish coffee yet, you need to get onto this stuff. It is addictive.
Menemen is actually, I think, our favorite Turkish breakfast dish out there. Everywhere that we go in Turkey, we always try and get menemen because it's so good. We also asked for a little bit of bread on the side so that we could, trying to rip it apart behind the camera with one hand is not very easy, so that we could dip it. So menemen basically is scrambled eggs, tomatoes, and then there's bell peppers in there with some pepper as well. Oh, sorry. I was so focused on the dish that I didn't even have you in focus. I wasn't even showing you what I was doing. That's okay though. I'm gonna try the menemen anyway. It's probably really hot. This is beautiful. It's so good. Wow. It's very beautiful. Simple flavors. Just tomato, egg, bell peppers, some onions, salt, pepper. That's it. Very simple, very tasty.
Doesn't get more of a traditional Turkish breakfast than this right here, and we got ourselves some koy mak as well. So it is a cornmeal with cheese and butter, and it is absolutely beautiful, like a rich, gorgeous yellow color, and look at that for texture. Oh my god, if you are a cheese lover, this is gonna hit the spot. And this looks to be like a real proper koy mak as well, wrapped around the beautiful bread. Man, oh man, unreal.
Are you going?
Yeah. Like buttery, stringy, so like almost like a string cheese blended in with really rich butter, and the cornmeal, it is just texture heaven, and like I said, very rich flavor. It's gonna fill you up really fast, and it goes great with a Turkish coffee or a chai as well.
Nearly feel like we ordered too much food. Nearly. Did you see the cheese string?
Yeah, the cheese ball. Yeah.
It was stringing for half an hour.
Seriously good.
Also the combination of them too.
The combination of the
really
menemen and the koy mak, yeah.
I think it might be a little bit too much what we ordered, but we just wanted to have it.
It's incredibly simple ingredients as well. Like you literally have green peppers, tomato, nothing like overly complicated, and this is basically just cheese and corn blended together with some butter as well. It doesn't get much more simple in terms of flavors, but the taste and the like actual quality of the ingredients, that's what stands out. Look at the color, like the rich red color. So good, next level. And it's not so heavy that it's gonna slow you down. It's heavy enough that you have enough nutrition to carry on with your day, but it's not so heavy that you're gonna want to go and take a midday nap in the sun. And that bread, the bread is very fresh. You have a selection of different things like olive oil and balsamico and stuff like that. We don't really need it. Just this as it is, perfection.
walking around, I really cannot believe my own eyes and how beautiful everything is. And don't get me wrong, we appreciated it 3.5 years ago as well. But I feel like because of how long we have been removed, we're appreciating it a whole lot more. It's like seeing Europe, seeing Turkey with your own eyes, with a fresh set of eyes. Of course it's your own eyes, what other eyes are you gonna see Turkey through? Seeing it with like a fresh set of eyes, and everything just looks and seems so beautiful and magical, and we appreciate it so much more this time around.
Now we just had a quick look at the Virgin Mary Orthodox Church. Believe it or not, one of, if not the only, active Greek Orthodox church here in Istanbul that is currently still active, that hasn't actually been sort of transformed into a mosque. Unfortunately, we cannot access it. It's currently closed, and that's probably because there's too many people like us walking around the streets of Balat trying to get in there just to see it, because it's very, very old. It dates back right back to around the 1700s, and it was destroyed by a big fire, a big catastrophic fire destroyed the church, and then it was consequentially rebuilt. Can't really get a proper look at it from here, but I'll tell you what, it blends in beautifully into the neighborhood of Balat. And the streets around here are just, I keep pinching myself, it is just simply stunning. Just have a look. I'm going to be filling my phone to the brim, probably breaking the storage and running out of storage because of all the photos that we're taking. But from here you can get a little bit of a look.
I think that's the school
up there. So I think that this here is the school, yes. And this here, this really old really old stone structure, this here is actually the church itself. It says Meryem Ana Rum Orthodox Kilisesi, which Orthodox Kilisesi, Orthodox Church. And yeah, it is a stunning little place. But unfortunately we can't see it from the inside, but we're gonna go and explore more. You can really see the history in a building like this one here, for example. Like, look at these doors, unbelievable. They're rusted away. They've got holes in them too. I don't know if they are from construction or from something else, but the age that you can see, the history, it is not currently inhabited, and the overgrowth as well of the greenery. Grapevine, no? Yeah, I think it is grapevine.
It looks like grapevine.
And you can see that nature is just basically taking it back slowly but surely. There actually is no ceiling, there's no roof on this building, so God knows how long this has been standing here. But it is just one of the millions of stunning buildings here. Here you can get an actual proper look as well at the church tower, the Orthodox Greek church tower. Gorgeous red colour that blends in with the stone and the brick. Look at this guy. He's on the Hogedoorn is 5000. Picks up some speed.
Hogedoorn is 5000.
Hogedoorn is 5000.
He's just buzzing past.
The latest model. Right guys, we made it into a proper residential area here in Balat, and you can feel that it's a real residential, sort of a local neighborhood, because life is very slow. Now it's the middle of the day now, it's coming up to lunchtime, so midday sun is out and about, and it is hot right now. It's about 30-31 degrees Celsius. But typical us, we're outside strolling around on the streets in the hot sun, trying to make it work. And these residential neighborhoods here, even though they do feel very quiet right now, they have so much charm. Every building, like if you look here, each one looks different to the next. So like a lot of times when you're in, for example, Western Europe, if you go to Germany, or you go to Ireland, you go to the UK, you go to a residential area. So for example, I grew up in a sort of a working class residential area in Dublin in Ireland. And if you go into my housing estate, all the houses look pretty much uniform. So you kind of get like a blueprint, or a lot of the houses are just built and then they're mass sold to people. And because of that, they're just all sort of the standard red brick sort of houses. But here, look at this. This place here is like the bottom is red brick, the top is beautiful old wood. Every window has its own character to it. The ones up here are different to the ones down below, and it's all built, they're all built with a purpose, and you can tell that a lot of thought and creativity actually went into these buildings. It's not just a grey square block or a perfect square red brick house. No, it's creatively thought about, and the history, you can feel it as well.
I'm also pretty certain, in true Turkish fashion, that these types of neighborhoods here really come alive in the evening time when it's sort of cooling down. I always feel like regardless of where you go in Turkey, you kind of engulf yourself in the culture only in the evening time. Sort of the second that the sun is starting to set, everybody is coming out, everybody's on the street eating food, drinking chai, talking to people and so on. So yeah, if you want to see the real charm of these types of places, you need to come here in the evening. This right now is also the best time to come to Turkey if you are into fruits, especially watermelon. Right about like June, the end of June, the beginning of July is sort of when the watermelon season properly starts. So you still get like the end bit of the cherry season, which cherries right now are already quite expensive because we're at the end of cherry season. But watermelon is really affordable. Apricots are, peaches are, nectarines are. So yeah, June, July, August are kind of the months to come here if you really, really enjoy eating a lot of fruits. Staying right on the topic of history, we now made it to the Zeyrek Mosque, which used to be a Pantocrator monastery from the Byzantine Empire. From what we have read online, and it was converted into a mosque after a while, and that's exactly, even just walking on sort of the parameters of the mosque. Of course, I put on a headscarf, but not only because it's a mosque, also because of the Greek Orthodox origin. In Greek Orthodoxy, if you were to enter a church or something like that, you would also put on a headscarf. So just kind of to be respectful towards the culture of both of them, I would always put on a headscarf if you're a female. But this is really, really stunning just to look at from the outside. Now, over here seems to be somewhat of a door that seems to be open, so there's like this cloth over it, but I'm not too sure if we're actually allowed to go inside because it seems somewhat closed off. Maybe it's not the right time right now, I'm not sure.
Yeah, you never know. But this is a fascinating place. Byzantine monastery that was basically transformed by Sultan Mehmed, the conqueror, during the Ottoman era. So the actual structure of it, if you look at it, like if you take a step back and look at it, it looks like a monastery. But then when you go inside, I'm sure it's entirely different. And apparently there's a great view over something known as the Golden Horn, just over on the backside, and there's a bit of a cafe and stuff as well. So maybe we can grab ourselves like a cold drink because it is boiling hot outside.
Yeah, it's sort of noon right now, so it's the hottest time of the day, and of course we are out and about walking, but we started walking actually today at like 9 a.m. or something like that, so we did start quite early. But in Istanbul everything is quite far to walk. There's some public transport, as you saw, with the ferries and so on, but Yeah, cannot always take a bus or a ferry or a metro or something like that, so you always have to kind of decide to where you go and make wise decisions so that the walking ways aren't as far.
Absolutely stunningly beautiful garden here, and this is the cafe that's connected to this beautiful mosque. It is gorgeous. Doesn't get much more picture perfect or pristine than this. We're gonna get ourselves a drink and have a look out at the viewpoint here. Hoş geldiniz. Chai.
Yes, please. Evet. Once you start drinking a chai, you cannot stop. You have to have at least like 4 a day. And here in the Zeyrekhane cafe, by the way, it's also a really, really good price for the chai. It's only 20 TL per glass, which is about 50 cents, and you can just sit here and relax with a beautiful view.
This is a real hidden gem, I think. I've watched probably 100 or so different videos about Istanbul, and I've never actually seen this place featured, so I'm very happy that we found it. I think the view that you can get from up here, by the way, I just chugged my chai. It was one of the best chais that I've had so far, and also the most affordable. The views that you get up here is just everything that you think about Istanbul. Like when you look at Istanbul on a postcard, the views from up here is exactly what you see on the postcard. You have the Galata Tower, you have the blue mosque way off in the distance, you have that Golden Horn intersection of the Bosphorus. It's just really, really special. Hello. Merhaba.
Very nice.
Very nice. Beautiful. Çok güzel. A lot of the shops around here are selling amazing things like spices, nuts, soaps, all of them. Real sort of like raw ingredients, so you get the real smell. You get really hit in the face with the smell here. And a lot of people as well wear the really thick perfumes as well, so like you're getting a constant contrast between like the firins, the bakeries with the fresh baked breads and the bureks, and then the tea and the nuts and the spices, and then people's perfume as well. The smell is, you cannot mistake it for anything else. Hello, merhaba. It's unbelievable. Have a look at this. I wish there was a way for you to smell this. It is unbelievable.
And I do believe this is already the beginning of the Kadınlar Pazari here.
Kadınlar Pazari, which is a Kurdish, predominantly Kurdish Pazar, or Kurdish market. Let's check this place out. Well, right here in front of us is Aqueduct of Valens, built by the Roman Emperor Valens in the year 368 AD. And this here was an aqueduct that was used to pull and bring fresh water from the Thracian countryside into what was back then known as Constantinople. And it still stands here today. Absolutely beautiful. We were not expecting to see this at all here next to the market and next to the bazaar. By the way, there's plenty of places around here that you can go in and have yourself some lunch, and they're selling fresh meat quite literally on every street corner here. The smell, like I just said here, is unbelievable. You have meat, you have perfume, you have spices, you have tea. Yeah, it's a massive culture shock, I think, that we're getting, because we're not used to this at all, and we're not used to just sort of strolling up the road and just casually seeing something as jaw-droppingly beautiful as this. Thousands of years of history just standing there slap bang in front of you, like in the street.
I also love all of the Turkish uncles around here. They're all really, really chatty.
Yeah,
And for some reason,
chatty.
I think probably because of the kurta that I'm wearing, for some reason they think we're Arabic, so they keep coming up to us and speaking Arabic or Turkish or whatever, and we're like, I don't know, I'm sorry.
Sorry, no idea. And a lot of people playing backgammon and drinking chai underneath the aqueduct as well. So it's just, it's surreal. It's one of the most picturesque places that I've ever seen as well. And this again is something that I have not seen, doesn't get shown. This is definitely, I guess you could say, the other side of Istanbul. It's not the Grand Bazaar or the Galata Tower, but my god is it beautiful.
I love how everybody just casually drives through an aqueduct that is like 1,700 years old or whatever, and everybody's like, well, it's just everyday life here.
It's just another Tuesday.
If you are in any way appreciative of dried fruits, dates, nuts, cheese and so on, this is really a really good place. Turkey in general, I think, is a very, very good place for you to come to, because there is dried fruits and nuts beyond belief. Like, it will come back out of your ears if you try and eat everything. But we found one of these places that also sells these ones here, which is filled with nuts. I actually forgot the name of it, but in Turkish they call it üzüm sucuk. Sucuk, I think, is like a salami, like a sausage type. Üzüm, I don't know. But we had these types here before in Georgia, believe it or not. We never had those in Turkey before, but we actually came for some dates, for some hurma. That's kind of what I'm on the market for all of the time.
The fresh produce is unbelievable.
This one? Where's this one from?
Turkish.
Oh,
This large.
the large
This,
one.
Philistine. This Philistine. Palestina.
Palestine.
Oh,
The size of them, they're the size of my thumb.
true.
Okay.
You do yourself.
Sen you doldur, sen de video çek.
You can put on here and then you know how much you have. So these ones are 650 TL per
kilo.
which is, I don't know, maybe 15 euro or so?
Yes.
Just about 15 euro for a kilogram of medjool, dates.
You can
And
feel the quality in these.
just weigh them in between. I'm sure that they are a lot heavier than you think they are.
This
Oh,
is 300
300.
grams.
Just leave it on here and then just throw it in until we get 500. Oh my god. I am excited for this.
How cool is this? I'm like a kid in a candy shop. I'm gonna try and get exactly.
Oh, one more.
30 grams.
30 grams. Oh no. Maybe another one.
Another smaller one.
Oh, 504.
504.
It's okay. You can also get an entire bag of butter.
Yeah, you can get a big bag of butter if you want as well.
Bag of butter.
Big old bag of butter. Thank you so much. Teşekkürler. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye.
This makes me just want to like put my face and just start eating like a horse, like just eat my way through it. Olives, cheese, all kinds of different tasty things, and of course soap, because why not? For a kilogram of soap it's 250 TL. Kind of feel like this is like the, I don't actually know what it's called. I think in Germany they sell this type of stuff as like Egyptian soap or something like that. I'm not walking out with the soap. I nearly walked away because the lighting was bothering me. I was like, I'm gonna walk away with the soap in my hand, but I'm not stealing soap, don't worry.
Merhaba.
Çok güzel.
Teşekkürler. Teşekkürler.
Ben teşekkür ederim.
Bye bye.
time to try the dates. I'm sure we could have tried them as well in the shop before buying them, which is usually like customary in the markets here. But just looking at the dates, I knew that they were gonna be fantastic.
They look unbelievable.
They're so juicy. Oh my god, so soft, really proper like medjool dates. So fresh, really nice and sweet. You need to try one.
Yeah, they look unbelievable. They're so good. Like, I don't know if this is a sign of quality with dates, but when you touch the outside, they're like almost a sticky consistency, and you can just smell like the odor from them. It just smells sweet. So, oh my god, it's like a lightly sticky butter almost. Just melts on your tongue.
Nice.
It's the best,
sweet.
most natural candy in the world.
You shouldn't eat too
It
many.
is so good. Yeah, if you eat too many of these, you will pack on the pounds, you'll get diabetes, and you'll lose your teeth. There's a lot of calories in these. Well, they're seriously good.
I remember one time here in Turkey I had a nice accident where I bought a thing of honey and a thing of dates, and they sort of mixed in my bag, and then we had like honey dipped dates. That was extreme, but we still ate it. We still ate our way through it. So good.